Hello, my name is Hoàng Thị Ngọc Thúy. I'm from Vietnam. English is not my first language, but I am very happy to be here today. I would like to speak through this video to connect more deeply with you the examination. And this is the summary of my teaching session for the ABRSM Teaching Diploma exam. This lesson took place at the Yamaha Music Center in Cerritos, California, with my student Mandalay Lim, who is prepared for her entitled Grace ABRSM exam using the 2025 and 2026 syllabus. Mandalay is a young beginner who has studied piano for about 6 months. She is planning to take her exam in November 2025 here in the United States. Her learning goals include improve left-hand technical, musical expression, sight reading, and oral skill. And rational. I set 4 main objects for this lesson. 1. To review time signature, bar line, and the concept of the strong beat. We answer practical note value include whole note, dotted half note, quarter note, and A note. 2. To develop musical understanding through listening and practical key section of the piece. We also work on the finger technical within the pieces. 3. To review the pitch name in both treble clef and the bass clef. And 4. To guide the student in effect harm practical strategy. I let the student listen to all 9 pieces from the ABRSM entitled Grace syllabus and choose one on each list based on her personal preference. I incorporate short technical exercise such as scale and arpeggios and include sight reading to ensure a balanced lesson structure. Right now, I will have lesson content, activity, and teaching strategy. We begin the lesson by review time signature, bar line, and identify strong beat, an essential skill for the oral test, as students need to feel plus, beat, and tempo. Then we move on to recognize and creative rhythm pattern, clapping rhythm, and performing them in the correct time signature. These are important skills for develop rhythm awareness and help students notice unusual rhythm in their sight reading. Next, we did technical one-up using scale. I have Mandalay focus on steady, plus, and correct hand posture. We then listen to the pieces she have chosen from the YouTube. I often use video link so students can listen at home easier and repeatedly. The video show line up key which is both engaged and helpful for students for visual finger movement. This supports memory retention and make learning more enjoyable. In these pieces, we focus on practical left hand interval of a fifth and a sixth, and also work on the run of the A waiver. A note moving from the right hand to the left hand, use finger number 4, and the left hand will end in the finger number 4. I broke these patterns down, help the student recognize repeat pattern and practical small session carefully. For theory review, we use an interactive iPad game to refer pitch name and treble and the bass clef. I frequently integrate technical into my lesson, use high quality education website as students tend to retain information better through interactive game, and they can easier to practice or memorize them at home. We end the lesson with a short instrument example activity focused on rhythm. I found that improved rhythm reaction helps students perform rhythm more accurately when combine them with speech. Since there were all first lesson learning the piece make way for the king list A2, I plan a variety of activity to help the student experience the pieces deeply This piece will develop across 3 to 4 lessons, moving through the state of hand separate, hand together, and final position. Key teaching strategies I use include ask open-ended questions to guide analyze, giving position reflection to encode confidence, demonstrate passion so the student can imitate and improve immediately. The next session is post-lesson reflection and the feedback. Right after the lesson, I took note on modeling clear improvement, including better articulation inside rhythm reading, proactive attitude toward practical differential section, and completion of the first session hand separate with the both hand. Her feedback were very positive. She says she feels more confident, practical at home because she knows how to break the picture down and solve problems step by step. Her parents also noted her excitement and engagement after the lesson, and she loved the game on the iPad so much on the review, treble clap, and the bass clap. The next is evolution and personal growth. I believe that throughout planning help my lesson flow clearly and logical. I was especially pleased with the balance between theory, technical, and the musical expression. However, I do recognize that I need to improve time management. Some activity took longer than expected, which reduced the time available for style reading. From this lesson, I learned the importance of being flexible and adjusting the lesson plan based on what happened during the actual teaching lesson. And as a passionate teacher, I constantly seek to grow and learn. I study mentors like Dan Cross, Kodai, and of switching. And I love using games to help children understand music theory in a fun, joyful, and effective way. I also read widely about innovation music pedagogy to bring fresh ideas to my teaching. Since moving to USA, I began study music education at college level, again to strengthen my skill, qualification, and deepen my understanding through my professional and my lovely student. Looking ahead, I want to continue to develop my skill as both a performer and a teacher. I plan to integrate more creative approach into my lesson, such as guide improvisation, simple composition activity, and example playing. This activity is not only support exam prepare, but also nurture musical imagination and independence in my student. I also see the importance of building strong communication with parents, especially for young beginners like Mandarin. By sharing clear practical structure and encode regular feedback from the parent, I can ensure that students make steady progress at home and feel support in their musical journey. And finally, I believe that professional development is lifelong. My goal is to attend more workshops, collaborate with other music education, and contribute to a support teaching community. Through reflection, adaptation, and continual learning, I hope to inspire my students not only to pass exam but also to learn music as a lifelong compassion. And thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy this.